Hey, I'm Butterfly.
Hey, I'm Firefly.
Have you ever wondered if we aren't being told the truth about everything?
What have we been lied to about? Join us as we have conversations and ask questions about everything. We invite you to keep an open mind and consider the unfathomable.
Let's break the chains that enslave our minds. Come on, let's go down the rabbit hole.
What's up, Butterfly?
Hey, Firefly, what's going on?
Well, we were looking through the news and we were finding out that there's not a lot of major news stories today,
No,
which makes me think that Bill Gates is having a meeting and he's stroking his cat.
I
And they're like,
know.
we've got some more rollouts coming up.
Well,
There's not a lot going on right now, so we've been putting our heads together.
what I was telling you, it's funny because I was talking to my mom and asking her what's on the news because she likes to watch the news. She's like, nothing's really
What, she
happening.
watched CNN,
No, she watches Fox or Newsmax.
and those are both Kool-Aid.
Yeah, but
Newsmax especially.
not as bad as CNN. Anyway,
Well, it's a different brand.
it
It's a
is.
different brand of Kool-Aid.
It is
It's like, you can get the purple flavor, but you can get the red flavor too.
totally.
Fox is the red flavor.
But what I was saying is, when there's no big crisis happening and no big disaster, there's no like natural disaster, there's no earthquake, there's no, you can be
Terrorist attacks.
sure that like the evil doers, like you were saying, Bill Gates, they're probably sitting around having a meeting or another table read planning like event 202. Like,
Totally.
what should we do next? Should we have another pandemic or should we have like another fire or maybe an earthquake
They've got kind
or
of like a whole quiver of ideas.
I know.
They've got, well, we can do another fake virus that makes people get in their homes. And
Then we can
Satan goes,
inject them with
good,
more
good,
stuff.
good. Satan probably has like a round table. And he goes,
Yeah.
all right, I'm running out of ideas on how to like
Kill people.
kill people off. So let's go around the room and let's come up with some ideas. I want some fresh ideas now.
Yeah. So what do you think they can come up? I really think that uh, okay, here's an idea for them.
It's good. They're like, and Bill
Uh,
Gates gonna be, thank you.
He's
We
gonna be
were
like
kind of dry.
butterfly. That was a great idea for
That
us.
was creative.
Um, alien terrorism.
Alien
So they
terrorism.
could be aliens that are terrorists. You like that
Totally.
one?
I love
I
that.
could see that coming, you
Like
know?
they do kind of like suicide bombings.
Yeah.
Like E.T. walks into a crowded restaurant and
And
blows
just
himself up.
implodes.
And
Yeah.
that's a new thing for them to
Yeah.
say, well,
Yeah.
now we got to watch out for that. So we
Or
need to surveil you.
and the aliens might like, just like take over an airplane or something. Like they come on an airplane and they're just like a bunch of
Or
aliens.
how about like E.T. gets on a plane and just goes, and he just shakes all these germs off of him, and everybody gets a virus.
Oh, so you
So
got alien, you got terrorist, and you got virus pandemic all
that's
in one.
perfect.
Oh my gosh, that's like a triple whammy.
Bill Gates is petting his cat and he goes, keep talking. You're making good sense. What else? So, what you do is you would have people have to get pokies from that.
And
So,
so the flight attendants would already have those prepared, and
we have your,
they just
this is,
walk down the aisle with injecting people on each side.
so like the kid's walking through the airport and it's first time taking an airplane ride. And he's like, Mommy, how come I got to take my shoes off before I get on the plane? Well, son, back in 2001, there was a terrorist attack. And he goes, Mommy, why does the stewardess shoot me up with pokies when I get on the plane? Well, E.T. got on the plane and shook off all the viruses. So now we have to protect against alien virus before we get on the plane.
Yeah, because those are
So
dangerous.
those are dangerous. Okay. So that's going to be like the new normal,
Yeah.
you know? So they could be working on that,
Yeah.
you
I mean,
know?
seriously, I we laugh and joke around about this, but I do have to wonder like what they're up to. Like they've been kind of quiet,
They don't
you
want
know?
things to kind of because what I notice with the human race is if you kind of stop fucking with them, they kind of naturally kind of fall into this equilibrium of like peace and harmony.
Yeah.
And they don't want that.
They don't want
They
that.
don't want peace and
They
harmony to
gotta
start
either
taking hold.
yeah, they either gotta like rile you up, rile up the masses so that you're angry and mad at each other and you're like everybody just thinks everybody else is racist, or you got to like rile people up into a like a whip them into a frenzy of fear. They love whipping people up into a frenzy of fear. It's like a big like smoothie blender. They just whip you up into this frenzy of fear
Yes, and
because
then
if
you
you're
drink that.
afraid you're easily manipulated.
Everything's if you're afraid all the time, you're just gonna be totally susceptible to every news story.
Exactly, and you'll do whatever they tell you because they've got the answer to your fear.
Like for instance, they'll say, every person has plastics in them.
Yeah.
And so, you're gonna have some people just go, "Oh my God, I gotta do something about this." And then what they'll do is like Alex Jones, he'll sell like supplements. It's like, these are known
Oh,
to
right.
get these plastics out of you.
Yeah, he's got the cure.
So he'll do a story that like
Whips you into a
whips
frenzy
you
of
into a
fear.
frenzy, gets you afraid. Like he kind of did that with iodine. I kind of bought into that.
Huh.
Remember, he used to kind of go, well, they stopped putting
Iodine and salt.
yeah, they
Yeah.
stopped doing that back in the 60s. So now you're gonna be dumb and you're gonna get thyroid cancer. So you better hurry up and take this.
Mm.
And this also, but I'm well endowed, but I also get rock hard from this. And then it's like, okay, well,
So you're like, I'm gonna order some of that.
I'm gonna go ahead and stock up. Well, but I was thinking about it. I was like, what if that's total Kool-Aid?
I don't know. You know what? I don't know if it was because of Alex Jones. I think it was something a friend told me about iodine, but I started taking it a couple years ago, and I mean, sometimes I forget, but I do feel like things are more healthy for me when I'm taking it.
I kind of felt like that too, but
Yeah,
I was wondering if that could be psychosomatic.
I don't know.
What if it's psychosomatic? What if you, just by virtue of being convinced that there's virtuous benefits of taking iodine, you have health benefits?
I think that does happen in like different ways and for different people, but I actually think that iodine had actual real
I tend to think so too.
physical effects on me
I tend to think so
that
too.
couldn't have been psychosomatic.
Like I noticed my skin got clearer and you know, I started to get a little bit more hard down there, maybe.
Oh my God.
I think so.
TMI, Firefly.
Well, I mean, it was like one of the effects Alex was saying, well, trust me.
That could have been psychosomatic though, because that could have been a mental thing. You know what I mean?
But what were the other effects that they were saying? Like, oh, mental clarity. I don't know if I noticed more mental clarity per se.
I had some I have some definite, I think, physical improvements when I'm taking iodine regularly.
Like what? Skin? Clearer skin?
Yeah, and like certain female things that I won't go into are
Mm,
improved.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, well, I don't even think you can buy it from him. You know where,
I just buy it at the health food store.
but see, you get the diluted kind, according to Alex.
Yeah, I got the one that said it was nascent.
That's what you're
That's
supposed to get.
supposed to be better,
It's mined from like thousands of feet beneath the Earth's crust.
which could be Kool-Aid too.
Oh,
It might be water with like salt in it or something.
like Alex Jones comes out and said, it's actually 40 million years old.
We got this from those animals from 200 million years.
This
We
was
scraped the bottom of the barrel. That's
uh,
why they're running out of oil. We're using it for iodine supplements.
this is called dire iodine.
And
It's
this is from the dire wolves.
it's called diodine.
Dire.
So
Oh my God.
so you're right though. See, that's what they don't want. They don't want lulls in the news
Yeah,
because then people are going to start having a good time.
I know. I don't
And
want
they might actually start thinking that they're okay for a
well,
second.
no, we're all okay.
Like they don't want that.
No,
They don't want you to have like peace of mind
no.
or feel like,
A lack of fear. They don't want you to have a lack of
they don't want you
fear.
they want you to constantly have like this
Uneasiness.
I think what they want you to constantly have is this feeling that you're in a crisis and that you have to do something.
There's like this kind of like a question of some sort of turmoil beneath the
There's
surface.
turmoil.
You don't
There's
quite know what
turmoil.
it is.
I don't know what it is, but you have to take some kind of action.
Yeah, there's some crisis that's about to happen. But, just the lack of like disastrous crisis headlines right now is making me feel like there might be a crisis around the corner,
There
you
totally.
know, but a fabricated one, I'm sure.
Dude, have you listened to Rumble and ever heard those commercials? They're always so
Yeah.
gnarly. Like it'll be like I know that you're having ringing in your ears and it's gonna drive you insane until you die. You know, it's like, well, I
Totally.
don't, but dude, you're kind of talking me into it.
Yeah,
You know, they are always talking about these horrific ailments that you are probably suffering.
exactly.
And
Yeah,
that's kind of trauma-based mind control.
it is.
It leads with, by the way, I know that you have a health problem right now. It's like, I feel great, yes,
No,
but
there's an underlying health
there's
problem
a
that you're
health
not
problem
aware
here.
of.
Exactly. You're
Okay.
probably gonna die any day
Yeah.
unless you take this product.
And this product will improve your health
It'll
significantly.
yes. The other thing I noticed that they like to do is take some behavior that you can kind of assume that most people have done, like eating salt or whatever,
Mhm.
and just convince you that that was a horrific, nightmarish thing for you to be doing.
It's basically everything. It's like, if you have consumed salt in your life, you've got a horrible problem and you've gotta undo it by doing
Stop
this.
now.
Yeah. Or the next one is like, you should be consuming more salt. We've
Yes,
discovered that it's so much better for you to consume more salt.
totally.
So you hear like conflicting like
Oh,
arguments all the
you know
time.
what's gone through a similar progression is eggs.
Oh, I know.
Eggs used to be like so bad for you.
Yeah,
Like it was like, oh my God, eggs are just so high in cholesterol. But then you've kind of talked about this. Cholesterol became kind of a psyop
right.
where they convinced us all that cholesterol was this deadly thing that killed grandpa.
Right.
But no, cholesterol's good for you.
And now grandpa's dying of Alzheimer's
And
disease
that's what he's got because
because
he didn't have enough
he
cholesterol.
didn't have enough cholesterol and his brain was like not lubricated enough and he was
Yeah.
taking statins and
So he should have
his
been eating
brain
eggs,
dried up. Yeah.
even though all the way since the 80s we've been telling you not to eat eggs.
Well, they've sort of like increased certain numbers in testing of different things in the healthcare area. Did you know that?
Mm.
So, like, what used to be considered regular cholesterol is now considered high cholesterol. So, like your numbers back in like 1980 would have been completely like fine and normal. But now those same numbers now they're like, oh my God, it's like such high cholesterol is deadly.
Ooh, and I just thought about that. That could be Kool-Aid because they want to get everybody on these statins.
Mm,
Because that's what my dad was taking was those statins
those are so bad.
and blood
Oh,
thinners.
so you know what? This is really weird. So how I was just saying how those like get rid of they take the lubrication out of your brain, which contributes to Alzheimer's, and you need that. Um, so um, the I know someone who was taking those, and he was having some weird brain reactions immediately, like forgetting stuff and imagining things. So it doesn't just happen long term or in
Did he
years.
order his own coffin?
Not quite yet, but yeah, yeah,
Well, you know, we've talked about that. Pharmaceutical drugs are mind control now.
I know.
People got to be aware of that.
Yeah.
Pharmaceutical drugs have mind control.
Mhm.
If one of the side effects is suicidal thoughts,
Yeah.
there's no longer treating a physical problem.
No.
It's got something in there that's affecting you mentally.
And we've talked about this so many times. Like some of those side effects are very specific, like not just suicidal thoughts, but suicide by hanging. Like if they know that that particular drug it's enough to put that on the list of side effects that it made people actually do that in that specific way?
In the clinical
Not just
trials,
yeah,
several people did exactly that.
not just kill themselves, but
No,
actually killed themselves in that specific way.
we had several people order a coffin from the Norway program, and that was just we have to let you know. It was like 10 out of 100 people did that.
That's weird. That's weird.
Well, that's another thing too, is like, how come I'm gonna be taking this pill that's supposed to be curing my depression,
And it's making me wanna kill
and it's
myself.
making me wanna kill
That sounds like
myself?
you're depressed.
That's yeah. It's like it's making my depression worse. It's making my depression go from "I'm in a bad mood" to "I can't go on."
Yeah.
Because
It
suicidal
defeats the
thoughts is
purpose.
yeah. If you think about a suicidal thought, you have to come to the conclusion that you going on is not an option.
Yeah.
I cannot go on. So ever since I took this pharmaceutical drug, I can't go on.
It's not good.
I can't go on. Like I used to be able to go on. Now I can't.
It's not good.
So I wonder like what's in that. Like it's like
Yeah.
some kind of a demotivational syndrome that's in
Mhm.
there. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Because they've had that with weed. They had a thing called amotivational syndrome. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh.
That used to be what they told us was the Kool-Aid back in the 90s. They'd be like, well, because people would come out and say, well, weed's not really that harmful. I mean, the only thing you're going to do is maybe go eat a bunch of ice cream. Like, you can smoke, like, even someone like yourself who doesn't smoke any weed, I could sit down with you right now and smoke tons of weed with you, and you would not die. You would get really hungry and maybe paranoid, but you would live through it and you would come out on the other side.
Mm,
Heroin on the other side, alcohol, cocaine, all of those, you can just die from taking
right.
too much.
Wow.
Weed, that's not going to happen to you. But they would always try to warn you against it. But still, it has amotivational syndrome.
What is that?
Well, they suggested that when you get stoned, you lose all your ambition and you're happy to just sit on the
You just
couch.
become like just totally a loser and you don't want to
Totally.
do anything.
And you're fine with that. People
Yeah.
come up and say, "Dude, you're such a lazy loser," and you just go, "That's fine."
I'm totally okay with it. So
I'm
that's
comfortable in my
the
own skin.
worst side effect.
That's the worst side effect. So, but that makes me think that that might be real.
Wow.
And if they have studied side effects from drugs, they're learning how to put them in drugs.
Exactly.
So they could make somebody
Yeah.
maybe have amotivational syndrome
Yeah.
as well as depression,
Yeah.
and that could lead to a suicidal thought. So
Mm.
maybe they give you kind of a salad,
Yeah, totally.
you know?
Isn't it interesting that they can put components into drugs, into like a pill to make your body do certain things or to make your mind think certain things?
Totally.
That's so weird. Like, how do you like? It's just fascinated that somebody could be sitting in a laboratory and like mixing up a bunch of chemicals, and they know that like this chemical is going to raise your blood pressure, or this chemical is going to, um, lower the sugar in your blood, or this one's going to make you want to hang yourself
From
from scarf.
by a doorknob.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well, this one's
it's
gonna thin
crazy.
your blood.
Yeah.
That's weird.
How do they do that? That's kind of weird.
Well, that means they've done a lot of like studying on people like their lab rats.
And torturing beagles and things.
And dude, MK Ultra was gnarly.
Hmm.
MK Ultra was a gnarly program. Some of those subjects, they probably tested gnarly drugs on them
Oh yeah, for sure.
over several decades.
Yeah.
People work in 40-hour work weeks, and all they do is just administer drugs to subjects and watch them.
Oh God.
I mean, and then the other place that
You gotta be kind of a psychopath.
they have kind of a lot of a petri dish too in nursing homes and mental hospitals.
Oh,
Remember I was talking about that Anne Rice book I was listening to?
I think maybe they were using mental hospital patients as lab rats.
That's what they were doing. So they administer
Oh
they'll
man.
so and they'll couch it to the families, I'm sure, as this is an experimental drug that we're thinking was going to have some positive impact on your
And
loved one.
and they'll just say, "Oh, they're just really crazy." But
Totally.
it was like the drugs that they gave them.
Totally.
Wow.
And I think that happens. I think that you take somebody, you put them into the healthcare system or the mental health care system, and they might be fucked up, but they're going to get way more in there
Yeah. Well,
because of the drugs.
they're gonna get put on big shawarma, you know.
So, Bill Gates is probably listening to this conversation, stroking his cat, and he's going, good, good, good,
Mhm.
because things are a little slow right now. I've been having a hard time coming, because he's kind of like Blofeld. He's always coming up with another evil plan,
Totally.
you know? And so it's like, well, you know, terrorism's down because I think the deportations, I think, are probably real.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of those going on, and I think that's deterring third world barbarians from popping their head up
Mm,
and trying to be too calling attention to themselves. They don't have carte blanche like they did during the Biden administration.
right.
Like they can poke their head up and get rounded up by ICE.
Yeah.
ICE did um, 10,000 deportations in the last 5 days.
Wow.
Well, you know, and that's what they're telling us. Who knows? But
Exactly.
still, if that's the case, that's 2,000 a day. That's significant. Those are the kind of numbers that we can start seeing some real progress. Like in a year, if they do 2,000 a day, that's going to be 367, 365 times two is
It's like over 7 million.
830. So that's 830,000. So we could be up close to a million people by the end of a year, you know?
Mm.
Now, I'm under the impression that about 80 million have to be deported. So we got to bump, those are rookie numbers still. But point being is, I think that terrorism is probably kind of down right now because third world barbarians are kind of just trying to not get deported.
Your math was a little bit off, but not by too
How
much.
much is it? I'm bad at math. I
It's
was a literature
okay.
major. How much is it?
It was like 730, but yeah,
730,000. So it's approaching a million.
yeah,
But still, that's not enough.
yeah.
I want to see 80 million in a year. So 80 million
I
in a year,
mean, that's still a lot, you know.
we're still deporting a lot, but my point is that
So maybe that's the news story. Is that the news story? Deportations? I don't
that
think
was the thing
so.
that jumped out at me.
I don't think so. I think they're cooking up something. I
Probably it
think
was
they're
real mellow today.
it's been mellow for like a week. I think they're having another roundtable discussion as we speak.
They probably are.
And they're like planning their next
Well,
event.
I noticed that the Culture Club, they kind of take vacations too.
They
So
do.
like 4th of July and Christmas are kind of slow
Yeah.
because the Culture Club is kind of like at their like junkets right now.
They're all like in their beach houses in like the Hamptons and
Totally.
those places, Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're probably all at Obama's house having a barbecue at Martha's Vineyard.
Very much
He
so.
had to get a new chef though, right? Because didn't his chef like turn up
He
dead
tried swimming.
mysteriously
He tried swimming in the water just in front of their Martha's Vineyard home,
in
and
like
then
a very shallow water,
which was weird.
and
It was kind of
he
like that.
drowned?
What was that girl's name that out in Lake Piru?
Yeah, Naya Rivera.
And she just like, you know, I was swimming trying to save my son who was in the boat by
I
himself.
went
And
out on a boat by myself and my 4-year-old son, and then he started to drown, and I was able to save him, but not myself.
Natalie Wood had
Very
kind of a
fishy.
weird story like that.
She was very mysterious. There was something super fishy with that for sure.
Christopher Walken, and who was the other dude that was there? The dude
It
that
was
was in the
her,
Fall Guy, the dude
well, it was her husband.
Robert Wagner,
Yeah.
who was in the Fall Guy back in the 80s.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. So
It was him and
there was
Christopher
something
Walken,
weird
and they
going
were
on.
hanging out on a boat in Catalina. They were right there in Avalon,
Yeah.
and she drowned somehow. There was a really bad joke that came out of that. You ever hear it?
I don't know.
What's the only kind of wood that doesn't float?
Oh,
Natalie.
that's sick. But how
Well,
did she just drown and they didn't notice? Like they just went to bed and they're like, what? It's like that movie Overboard with Goldie Hawn. Did you ever see that?
I love
That
that.
was one of my favorites.
Is that the one where she wakes up and she's been unconscious and now she's just got to take care of Kurt Russell's like white trash family?
Yeah.
And
She like falls overboard and her like husband just like goes to sleep on the yacht. Like whatever. He doesn't even notice she's not there. Maybe those rich people do that. They just get drunk on their yachts and like some of them fall overboard and the other ones don't even notice.
probably, probably. I mean, dude, they have such meaningless lives. Plus, we've talked about that too. Like, if you've made a lot of compromises in your integrity, it starts to affect who you are.
Yeah,
Because I look at people who've spent a long time in Hollywood and they have deep-seated character flaws.
totally. Well, you got to sell out. You got to
You got to sell
compromise.
out, and that's a
Hmm.
character flaw.
It's a character flaw.
So you're gonna have all kinds of weird behavioral traits.
Anybody who is A-list in Hollywood has made a deal and
Big time.
they've sold out. And you
Even
won't,
B-list.
I was going to say even B-list, and you won't make it to A or B-list unless you do that.
Well, we were talking about like these drownings could point to sacrifices.
Yeah.
Because look at how many like Robert Plant, the singer from Led Zeppelin, his son died mysteriously of some illness
They
when he was
all
like
have
5.
they all have these mysterious like incidents in their lives, like
And then like the one for Eric Clapton was really weird. It
yeah,
was like there was a
his son.
party, he's in the skyscraper like 79 stories up, and the 5-year-old just goes in the middle of the party and goes to an open window and climbs out and falls.
Yeah.
No one sees the 5-year-old. No one notices that he's getting close. Like, I'm a parent, dude.
And
If
there's
my
no
5-year-old even
screen.
went close to an open 79th floor window,
Yeah.
I go, come over here.
And you, I know it's like that seems weird that they would have an open window on the 79th floor.
Yeah, don't they have those
You
like
know?
locked for a reason?
Yeah.
Like, I've been on 79th floor before. Usually you can't open the windows up there,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So that sounds like it might have been a sacrifice.
Well, it seems like a lot of those Hollywood and music people have that kind of story in their backstories, you know? So,
Did John Travolta's son die?
yep.
He died.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yep.
And then
And his wife, which I think may be fishy too.
and then I think you have an option. Like Satan goes, well, you don't have to sacrifice, but if you're Cher, you can just have your son become Chaz.
That's a sacrifice too.
That's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Your son just becomes Chaz. Or was it a girl?
It was a girl that turned into a dude, but you know what I heard? So I heard
Oh, because they're all inverted.
they're all inverted, that Cher's actually a dude and Sunny was a chick, which totally makes sense, right? Because she was way taller and she sounds like a dude. And then
He
they
does.
say that or whatever, I don't know what the name is.
Chaz.
Chaz, it was a girl, right? Or they say that it was,
See, that's where I'm confused.
well, I guess
It has a beard.
it was actually really originally a boy, but they raised it as a girl, and now it's just going back to its original
So maybe
whatever.
you don't have to sacrifice the kid if it becomes a tranny, like Will Smith's son.
That's a sacrifice.
That's a
And look
sacrifice.
at like so Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck's kid is now a tranny. Jennifer
Oh, I didn't know that.
Lopez's kid, she supposedly had twins with Mark Anthony, who looks like such a little worm. And like the twins, the boy came out cute. And I thought I don't know, this is so mean, but the girl, I thought, wow, that's going to be a problem for her growing up because she's got this beautiful, glamorous mom and she ended up looking like the dad, but now she's a tranny.
So,
So I guess she's more comfortable being a dude.
so that's part of the plan. I think that's part of the bargain that they make.
Sacrifice. Yep.
They got to do that, and
Yep.
then they turn their kids into
Jennifer Lopez
trannies.
probably encouraged it. Honey, you would make such a cute little boy. You should be a boy.
Doesn't Madonna have some like
She's
third
got
world
a,
children that she adopted?
yeah, those poor kids.
Ugh.
God.
Even the press seems to be turning on Madonna these days. I saw something recently and
She's a
they're like,
mess.
this was the because every time oh my God. So I had to publish one of our episodes last night.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to use Microsoft Edge when I publish because it's faster processing speed than Microsoft Brave, or not Microsoft Brave, but just Brave. So every time you open up Microsoft Edge, all these news stories come flashing in front of your face before you can even choose a website.
Yeah.
So you can't help it.
They're forcing you to be indoctrinated and socially engineered.
Totally. It reminds me of like Cosmo in the newsstands when you're waiting in line at the check stand.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah.
you can't help but be bombarded by their messaging.
Yeah.
So I'm watching and it goes, it looks like Madonna is finally coming to terms with her old age. And I'm like, dude, that's lame.
Yeah.
I mean, so what does that mean? She's just accepted that she's ugly now? She kind of just the thing is I didn't think that physically she looked bad at the gala.
No,
I
but
just
didn't she just do a bunch of weird facial stuff? Is that coming to
Probably.
terms with it? I
That's
don't
not.
know.
No, weird facial stuff is not. You
Yeah.
know who's coming to terms with it? Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, it's true.
Like she looks like she's had no surgery and no makeup, and she just kind of looks like my mom.
No surgery since Baywatch. I think she had a lot of surgery prior to
Did she?
well, I think there were certain parts on her that were not natural.
Oh, those are bolt-ons?
No,
Perhaps.
can't you tell?
I can never tell.
Oh,
I can never tell because some girls have big boobs just naturally.
they didn't look natural.
Well, you can tell. You're a girl. You know what? Girls also always have better gaydar than me. I am horrible with gaydar.
Really?
Dude, like I'll be talking with a dude and like my girlfriend will be like, "Oh yeah, he's gay. You didn't know that?" I'm like, "No, I had no idea he's gay, dude." You know, like girls can tell,
Yeah.
like right off the bat. I don't know why.
I guess because like the gay guys like to hang out with the girls,
So you can
like
kind of tell.
friends.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but never make a move.
Yeah.
And just have no interest, even if
Yeah.
you're butt naked next
But
to him.
you would like to maybe go shopping with them or something.
Totally. Or
Yeah.
they come over and do your hair.
Yeah. Or you sit and have wine together.
You have a gay dude that does your hair.
Um,
You did long time ago.
yeah,
He was good.
I've had my hair done by gay dudes. They do good. They
I
do good
wouldn't
hair.
want a gay dude touching me. I wouldn't be, even if he did an awesome job and I looked like Billy Idol walking out of there.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I'm fine with it.
I don't, I have a problem with that.
But
You know what it
you
is?
can't tell. You can't tell if he's gay. You just said.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But if I knew, I'd be
Yeah.
like, excuse me, I'm gonna go ahead and leave now. Like, you know, I kind of always feel like I don't want to take financial advice from gay people.
Yeah.
You know, because they look at a hairy butthole and go, yes. They look at a vagina and go, no, no, no. Let me look at that hairy butthole again. Yes, give me that. That right there makes me go, dude, I don't want financial advice. I don't want life advice from you.
Yeah.
I don't, even if I'm in a crisis, I don't want counsel from you. So, as it pertains to this episode, I think what we're talking about is very mellow news stories, like even on Alex Jones Live, where he usually is selling fear porn
Yeah.
and rage porn.
And
There was very little fear and rage porn.
he doesn't really have much. So I don't know. What do you think? I think my
Could it be
alien
that things are getting
terrorist,
better? You don't think so?
that's a white pill.
That's a
That's
white
a
pill.
good way to look at things, Firefly. I'm just too suspicious. I think they're planning alien terrorism or like you were saying, alien terrorist pandemic.
Yes. E.T. shakes off his viral load
Yeah.
in the plane.
Do you think that could be?
Totally. Well, see, it could be both. It could be that things are getting better and they're coming up with another plan.
Right.
I think that's
Well,
what's going
okay. So they don't want things to be better.
on. No.
They want us constantly like in turmoil. So maybe things are quiet and kind of getting better and they're like, "No, we can't have that. Let's call a meeting
Hmm.
and we'll do event 202 and we're going to be planning something. We got to plan something."
It's kind of like that Simpsons episode from '93 when all the executives are sitting around and they're like, we have to do something to get these people scared and back in their homes.
Exactly.
And then the one guy goes, the only moral thing to do is release a deadly virus on the public.
That is so weird.
1993 he came out with that.
Yeah. So
So
he was in the culture club.
Matt Groening,
Yeah.
totally.
He knew what was going on.
Dude,
He probably got handed a script.
I think Matt Groening knew my dad. Because Homer was, dude, like just like my dad.
Really?
Oh my God.
That's
Like
funny.
so many, like my dad just loved beer and had a real simple kind of take, like donut. Totally. Like, dude, like he knew my dad
Wow.
because Homer had so many like mannerisms that were just like my dad. So I think Matt Groening grew up in a household just like mine.
Might be. Was
But
your is it was Marge like your mom?
totally
Oh my God.
kind of blue pilled and just like, oh, homie, you know.
God, I could see your mom like that. That's
My mom
funny.
totally is like Marge.
That's so funny.
So, and I'm kind of like Bart,
Yeah, you
even
kind of
though
are actually a little bit.
Bart is voiced by a female, but written to be a dude,
Yeah,
which is maybe they did that on purpose. What if that was part of the Culture Club messaging? They're
could
like,
be.
we're gonna have Bart be the boy, but we're gonna have a girl do the voice. And
Yeah.
even though you can't see it, maybe that's just gonna kind of mess with people and kind
Yeah.
of move people towards androgyny.
Is your sister like Lisa?
No,
No.
no. Plus, she's older, so that was kind of the non sequitur for
Yeah.
our family. But we did have a dog and a cat, just kind of like theirs, scraggly
You were
cat,
like the
and
Simpsons.
yeah, totally. And The Simpsons came out when I was like 11, so I was like Bart's age
That's so
when it
funny.
came out. So it totally felt like it was like written about my family. But I do believe that Matt Groening was in the Culture Club. Have you ever read Life in Hell, his book that he wrote
No.
before The Simpsons?
No.
It's really funny and it shows like his mentality and his humor style.
Hmm.
It's like a comic book,
Was it a New York Times bestseller?
totally.
Okay,
He was
Culture
in the
Club.
Culture Club.
Yeah.
And what makes him in the Culture Club? I think it's, he's probably like, well, do you renounce God and love Satan? He's like, yeah, 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 yeah. And then, good, good, good. You know, would you be willing to remember we were talking about how like the gay lobby will come and just say you need to put a tranny in a gay. Like
Yeah,
Matt Groening will just probably put that right in there,
totally.
you know?
Yeah.
Do they have gay characters on there? I think they do. Have you ever seen a gay character on Simpsons?
I don't remember,
I don't know either.
but they probably did.
They probably have. I haven't seen every episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's totally in the Culture Club. And I don't think you would be able to have a syndicated program without being in the Culture
No,
Club.
absolutely not.
You know who looks like he might be trying to get out of the Culture Club is Tim Allen, the guy who did
Uh,
what was that show that he used to do?
home
Tool
improvement.
Time? Huh?
Home improvement.
Home Improvement.
He looks like he's trying to get out. But see, I don't think you can. Once you sign a
I don't
deal
think
with the
so.
devil and you're in the culture club, see, that's the problem. I think a lot of them are so hungry for fame and to be famous and rich, and I think they agree to whatever. And after they see what's happening and they have to like do these things, I think they have a conscience. I think some of them have a conscience and they want to get out, but it's too late. You can't renege on your deal.
It's like the girl who got her nipples pierced on the way to get tacos at my work.
Mm-hmm.
What if like 15 years later she's like, I am so bummed that I got this hole in my nipple.
Too bad.
Mm, now it's done.
Yeah.
You have a hole in your nipple.
Yeah.
There's a hole in the nipple, dear Elijah. So, anyways,
Well,
so I think you're right. I think they are cooking up something. So I think it's twofold. I think the reason that we're having kind of a lull in the news is because things are getting better. I think people are waking up. I think that's what's going on. I think our show is probably instrumental in that too. I
yeah,
think in whatever capacity we're doing it, we're waking people up. And I'm starting to see a lot of people saying stuff on the internet that's like, wow, that person's red pilled,
yeah.
you know?
So, listeners, you play a very important role in this world
Totally.
by sharing this kind of information, sharing our shows, telling your friends, and waking people up. Um, Everybody can
Yes.
do it just by talking and sharing information.
I think that's, you know what? I just had an epiphany.
What?
When you have a lull in crises,
Mm-hmm.
that means that the Culture Club plans are being thwarted.
Exactly. And they're spinning their wheels trying to come up with a new plan.
They're spinning their wheels. And why is it being thwarted? Is because our listeners and us, people are awake.
Yeah.
And the only way that the Culture Club plans work, we've talked about this, is people going along with
Yeah.
them.
So stay ahead of them and keep spreading the word and just beware that there could be a crisis around the corner. Don't fall for it.
You know, what I noticed too is once you get red pilled, you can start to see what's happening
Mm-hmm.
and you can start to very quickly go, oh, I
I
see where
see
they're
what,
going with
yeah,
this. I
and
see what they're doing.
you can kind of be one step ahead
You
of
can be
them.
one step ahead.
And
And I
when
think that's important.
it's important because when you're one step ahead, you can talk about it, and then that's how a lot of their plans get thwarted,
Absolutely.
you know?
Like, for instance, we did that episode on social engineering. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
And we talked about how ubiquitous it is.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, if you're red pilled, you not only don't get influenced by the social engineering, but this is what I notice it reveals the method. So when you watch a show like Younger, now you see that it's social engineering, but you also see
what they're
where the
planning.
culture club is guiding you, and
Yes.
that determines the plan.
Yeah.
So that's what I do now. Whenever I watch a show, I start to kind of read the tea leaves and see what's important here. Where is the cult going?
Right.
Because that's how we can do it. So that's the white pill for this episode is stay red pilled, my friend.
Exactly.
I don't always drink red pills, but when I do, I take them truthfully.
I love it.
Anything else on this one?
I think that's good. Just
Do you have a question for our audience? We like to do that every time.
I know. Well,
Let's think of one.
I think I'm wondering if any of our audience members have any ideas or clues about what the next crisis might
I
be.
love that.
And even if it's funny, I'd love to hear it.
Tell us what you
You
think they're
know,
cooking up.
yeah, if it's like something besides the alien terrorist pandemic, I want to hear it.
It's kind of like that one movie where the guy goes, what is the soup du jour? And the waiter goes, it's the soup of the day, and walks away.
Totally.
So find us everybody on Spotify. Spotify is where we're getting a lot of traction right now
Yeah.
because
Rumble
Rumble, they're
doesn't
kind of
take
yeah,
us.
they got mad at us.
Yeah.
That little dude that owns Rumble, he wears a suit with no tie. That's always his look. You
Okay.
ever seen these guys?
Yeah.
They wear the shirt unbuttoned to the second button and the suit.
I like that look.
Yeah,
That's hot.
it is kind of hot, but at the same time, it's been adopted by the scumbags. So now I got
So
to come up with a different one.
so now that's not cool anymore.
Well, that's what they
They,
do. They
yeah,
take a good look
and
and
they
then they
ruin
make
it.
me not be able to want to do it because
Yeah,
I don't want to be like you.
exactly.
So now I'm just going to
And
wear a
they're
tank top.
followers.
They're
Wear
followers.
a tank. You should wear a tank top with a suit. That would be hot.
That's the new thing.
I like it.
Yep.
Just don't be like the how the some of those guys wear like a suit and then like no socks.
No
That's
socks.
kind of a weird gay
Or how
look.
about like no shirt?
No shirt in your suit.
It's like showing off your pecs. All right. So, anyways, yeah, find us, comment, tell us what you think. Tell us what you think is
Share,
coming up next. Share our stuff.
like,
Like, please like. I think that
it
helps
does
when
help.
you like.
It does.
So, we're on YouTube, we're on Rumble, we're on Instagram, and we're on Spotify, and we're on a host of other platforms. We're going to be on BitChute soon, and we have TikTok as well if you want to find us there.
Right.
All right, everybody, we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Okay.